Hello and welcome back to Railway Empire. As the money comes rolling in, flooding in fact, we're back up to 17.7 million, which is not too bad considering how much we spend on upgrading our industries every time we buy a new one, because that's the stage of the game we're at. The music is excited, and this is EVGA, which once upon a time was a tiny little town out in the middle of nowhere. Now it is full of, well, I was going to say it's full of trains. Slight problem there. They're all elsewhere, which is good though. It means our network is running smoothly, or our network is a disaster and they're all hidden somewhere or stuck. I think they're just out and about. Our maintenance yards tend to help with trains not being stuck behind each other for too long. So anyway, what we're doing, we're off to Norway, aren't we, today? I am looking forward to that. Well, let's recap on the tasks. I'm surprised there's no trains. Please tell me they're about. Oh, there they are. They're just all busy. If we come back down, you'll see the trains. There they all come. I think they were all in for maintenance. These ones don't have any on the right. I'm not sure what's going on there. Perhaps they're picking up stuff. No, they're just empty. There might be a reason for that. I don't think we need to be... no suitable freight. Should we have a look at that before we head off to Norway? EVGA to Karlskrona. Express of nothing. I don't know. There might just not be much to pick up. Oh, it's freight only. It's an express freight only train. Well, that means perhaps we don't need it freight only, and we'll just have it as automatic. Given that, then, we can change this train to a 3B. There we go. It can be faster. We can stick a security guard on there, especially one that makes someone else happy. And a conductor now. Do we have one that makes everybody else happy? No, we don't. So you just get on there. At least he doesn't make them unhappy. Let's see if he picks up any goodies. Actually, we'll come back to that. I'd rather there not be any issues like that. Those are running fine. Right, tasks. Let's recap. Connect Oslo with Westeros. That'll be easy, and we'll do that straight away. And we should get a gold tick for that, which is maximum points. And then we've got till 1868 to get the population of Norway over 300,000. It starts you off about halfway. Now, in order to do that, oh yes, let's take a look. If we need it, how much of a bond can we take out? 44 million. I wouldn't mind taking it out and just boosting our building speed. At the same time, I think we can do without. Well, before we head off, Gothenburg has grown. Let's build the tailors, shall we? Bit more money. That will mean we are going to lose some cash because we've got to upgrade this, and that's going to cost 500,000 for the first stage, then 1 million, then 1.5 million, and then finally another 1.5 million. Not too bad. Another 900,000 there, and then another 1.2 million. But there you go. We're all set there. They can make us more money, and they should start taking it here as well, which means distribution to Jan Shopping, and Vimmerby. Brilliant. That's a nice way to leave that area. Right then, we have someone already here. Is it Hans? I can't remember. Can we buy him straight out? Because that would be a good start. Franz, not Hans. Franz Ubermüller. Anyway, let's buy him out quickly. Merge. Not available. Oh, do you know what we've got to do first, guys? We've got some areas to buy. We'll buy this one. 1.5 million. Nice. And then 2.2 million. I mean, we're going through the money, but it's not a big deal. Right then. Now can we buy out Mr. Hans, Mr. Hubermüller? We're going to buy his company. Let's merge. It cost us 2.3 million, roughly. Execute the merger now? Yes, before it goes up. Keep everything. No, thank you. Liquidate everything. Will give us 867,000. Or we could keep just the tracks in. I'm going to say the lot, and we'll start how we mean to go on. Which is the right way.
You'll turn around and I'll be right behind you.
Yes, you will. broke without a company. So I don't really mind. Well, actually, I say that. It's a bit sinister, isn't it? We've bought out all of his stuff, and we've got to sort out Oslo and everything, and we've got to get that hooked up rather rapidly. Now, though, we can start hooking up these places that we had our eye on and make our way over there. I don't know whether we can build straight away, but we could re-hook this up, perhaps, before we do anything. VQ grew. Oh, goodness me. Right, before we do anything then, let's get you with tools for down here. I mean, who's going to make, I just thought before we do that, who's going to make use of that? That would be better, wouldn't it, for VQ? Ah, because they are getting, yeah, they are getting coal. And we don't need the tools anymore. Well, that was a bit of a waste of money. Lessons were learned. But let's make use of, well, the coal that's already coming in, and then the feldspar here. And then we can sort that out. I know that means hooking up this, but what we can do is allow them to just drag that in for now, and then we'll adjust it as necessary, because I would like the steel to go down to the coast for the preserves. Vimmerby grows. And they're already maxed out, so there's nothing to do there. Perfect. Right, let's get up here quickly. Right, you need a base factory. You don't have one. We have grain up there. We have grain down there as well. So that, to me, says... Yeah, and there's no, what is this? Crisp bread down there either. Right, let's stick this out the way. Get a station hooked up. We've got these two as well. We should maybe sort this out immediately. What can these guys do? What do they have close? They have fish. They have coal. And they have feldspar. Well, you know what that is going to be, don't you? Because we can do these high-end goods at the beginning, and it does work for even the smaller cities. It will count towards their growth. And we've got one more. Oh, did that say Christianstad? Sand. Or would it be Zand? I don't know. We're into Norway now, aren't we? So it may be different pronunciations. I would imagine they're quite similar. But anyway, what have they got down here? You've got fish. You've got grain, but that would be better for who currently have it. Skine? Who's going to be dealing with this? Well, there you go. They can be tailoring. Let's get that in there. So eventually there will be tailors, but first we need weaving factories. We'll put that on the coast. I don't think there's anywhere else to go down here. No, so we can have terminus stations there. First one I'd like to hook up, because we need to hook them up to the main line, would be probably better suited to be Fredrikstad. That's what we're going with. They also have crisp bread, which is, I guess, doable. Who has sausages up here? Oslo. I wouldn't mind getting rid of the crisp bread then for them, and just sausages, and then they could take wood. Let's do it. Let's hook up some stations and get everything connected up. Hopefully we can build straight in here. We'll do that side first. Brilliant. We can put it in. Now, what we can't do is add a station to Oslo just yet. There you go. Even though I'd like to, as they need to connect. But that's just a simple case of adding these in. We may as well put in our maintenance stations on the way down south. Because what I'm thinking is we can hook this up into Gothenburg down there. As well as this line, we could probably make use of that as well. I think by the time we finish this episode, what we'll have is a lot of lag by the looks of things, because we have a full map. But no, lag aside, we'll have everything hooked up here. I'm trying to figure out where these stations are best suited, because these are replacing our supply towers. So yes, we have some nice areas to fit them in though. I think that's suitable. That's going to be our main line. What I might do is draw the main line from the center of each one, which then gives us entry points into each maintenance station from various industries. I think that's the best plan. I say we don't need any supply towers on this line at all. They could still get held up with random breakdowns. As long as we limit it to just those, I'd rather not have bridges. Well, saying that, we're at that stage of the game, aren't we, where bridging and keeping the grades down to a minimum is probably better for us. Ooh, that's rough. I might have put that station too close to the edge there. Can we get that a little further back? It would be nice, wouldn't it? I haven't seen stars pop up for a while. How far back can we get this? Well, we can't get it very far back at all, can we? So it might be, you just have to suck it up. Oh, no, there we go. It just needed a little touch further back. We got grain there. We have something we can bring over there. Coal. Well, saying that, there's no need for this side, is there? So I love this full refund. Yeah, there's no need for this station because we're going to have a second station on the other side to have that slot free. Right, now we're connected, are we? Almost. We've got to connect this into Gothenburg. And does that matter which way? We might as well come in with this spare slot here. And then we finally link in and that should get us. No, it doesn't get us an achievement. I thought that would it. No, it's Oslo you got to connect. It'll be when we connect Oslo, won't it? That's fine. There we go. What we can do though is get a little rail line underway because that's a bit of a distance, but it's a start. This is going to be an automatic train rather than one with gears. No, that's not what we've got. A new station master there as well. Let's get you on. See if we can't match up some people. Well, indifferent is something I don't mind as well. Definitely. Oh, not you. Goodness me, he cheeses everybody off. Ian, what's up with you? Right, you get on there instead. Security guard? Either of them will do. There you go. He's got some sausages for the security guard. Well, not for the security guard, that the security guard will boost. Okay, and then one coming back the other way, and we'll get that done. Sure, we'll stick a security guard on and a conductor. Get on there. Look at all that crisp bread. So yes, a security guard is definitely going to be useful. We've got some stars. We've got to look at the station master as well. Get that signaled up. Let's spend some stars. I think this is the final one in here. All of our locomotives' power have been increased by 5%. And that's additive, I believe, with all the rest of them as well. Which leaves us the only things to unlock are these two. 3. Count, Gran. That's 3. But yes, that's it. Once we've done those 3, 4, there's another one there. Right? No, that's the same one. But that's it. Once they're done, unless we trip into 1870, there's nothing else we can do. Analyst, we do not mind about. Oh, do you know what? We could have saved us a pretty penny. No, it wouldn't have mattered too much. Okay, I'll let you into a little secret. Some editing there. I tried to say a sentence including the word analyst, and I just couldn't do it. Analyst. Got it. Well, 5th millionth time lucky. What are you? Draws up rules of maintenance process, therefore reduces maintenance time required by all trains. What's our current station master? Well, it's the same guy, isn't it? Yeah. But does he make people... Well, he just changes who's happy. The way it's set up now, you make our station master happy. He does, down here, our accountant. Okay, I like that way around. Anyway, Grant, you've got to hook this up, as Oslo currently might shrink. So let's get this all set up. I don't think it will, though. He wasn't really connected to any industries or anything, so I don't know what he was playing at. I tend not to keep them. I might keep the bigger companies as it keeps trains running, depending on what achievements they have or we have to do. This one, I think it's better for us to start from scratch and keep it nice and tidy from the get-go. Otherwise, we're just trying to undo all of his issues. that he may have introduced. Right, that's going in like that. If you're wondering why I'm doing it this way round, we're having a second station down here shortly, which will hook into there, and so they can swip and swap around. And this is just going to go straight into there. I love that it's... Oh, there we go.
In one railway network. Is there a better symbol for peace, friendship, and progress?
Railways? Oh, I agree with you, sir. Well, railways are the way forward. And for peace and happiness and prosperity and all of the things he said. I don't know what he said. I was too busy laying track. Anyway, here we go. Gold tick. Connect Oslo with Westeros. Now it's this one, which we're just working towards anyway. Let's give us a mixed goods rail line into there. What I want to do, as soon as possible, is sell his crisp bread factory, because I don't want him to do it. I don't want Oslo to do it. There's the pigs. We should pull those in fairly quickly, shouldn't we? It's going to be tricky to build out here. One thing I have been forgetting, which I'm sure some of you have been mentioning to the TV or to the monitor, whatever you're watching on, the phone. What are you all watching on anyway? Distracted. I'm trying to cover up the fact that I've been forgetting to put maintenance buildings on these. Not that it matters too much because we have the maintenance stations now, but I like to give them as many options to repair as possible. I might upgrade that. You know what? We've got the money. Our money's coming in faster than we're spending it, which is always nice. There we go. How much would it cost to buy this? 1.2 million. Well, what would we make it? Wood. Actually, yeah. Let's do it. We're going to pay through the nose. Get that. Let's buy this as well if we can. But we're going to keep that one. Since we've got the money, right? Why not? And we'll turn that into a sawmill instead. Because wood, right there. That looks good to me. Okay, so that's connected up. That's connected up. Should we think about... Because milk... Oh, I don't like a warehouse controlling stuff like pigs. So I think direct... I mean, it's a long old way, isn't it? Yeah, grain is used for both, so that could be a warehouse. If we had a warehouse at the grain and we pulled apples or fruit, I believe it is, and milk in to there, we could also bring feldspar in, although I'm not sure they need feldspar as a basic good. I'm fairly sure, yeah, it's just an ingredient, isn't it? But yeah, milk, grain, and maybe sugar beet as well could make the journey over there, and perhaps even extra wood, although that would be a little bit overkill. Right, let's hook their pigs up. His pigs up. Their pigs. It's not just he. Lots of them. Right. We need a maintenance station. Oh dear, how are we going to slot in here? We need to find a nice flat section to put this. Otherwise it's going to be as flat as possible, I think. Otherwise we have issues with how it lays the track for the junctions, and it kind of ramps off. If we can get something... Oh dear, it's rough, isn't it? Maybe there? That might not be too bad. Yeah, let's go with that and just see how terrible it is. We need another station on here before we get going. This is where all the maintenance. This is where all the freight's going to come from, and our connection up here into there. Do we want to drift off with this? The next city is where? Miles away. No, so unlikely it's going to be reused. So yes, we can just do it like that. I love that it's only 4%, so it's not too aggressive on the old slope there. Oh, before I forget, what should I do? Absolutely. Let's get that sorted. Okay, now we can hook the pigs up, and it's either direct with the milk. I mean, it would carry 3 goods at once, so we could technically only have a small warehouse for it, which is an idea. I kind of like it as well. But for this train station, that's all we'll need. And I think it's best if we do that. Given where the pig farm is situated, which is right up on a mountain or a hill. That's rough, isn't it? Look at the pastures here. What's that? It's in a valley. Well, I mean, I guess you could have pigs like that. I don't know. Right, you got distracted with how he's putting his pigs in. We can just do something like that, but I just want a small one, right? We don't need it any larger. There we go. If we go on there, that's about the flattest bit we can get. It's going to be rough getting down. We might have some bridges and viaducts, I would imagine. But as long as it's not too... We've got some tunnels. I like this. It's expensive, but I love it. Let's do that. As long as we can get across here. Perfect. I think that will do us, guys. We're in. And then they can start getting some pigs. And make plenty of sausages for all of... Ooh, that lagged. It threw me off the map. Do I want to buy that? I mean, ooh. Yeah, go on. We can afford stuff like that. Happy music. Right. Let's get some deliveries going. We own both the pig farm and the sausage factory. Freight only. Get down there. Don't need a conductor. Filled with pigs already. Look at that. I'm going to upgrade you. Because why not? There we go. Wait for him to leave. Actually, how many piggies do you have in there? You have plenty on the platform. I'm going to say we just duplicate this straight away. I may change that to a bigger station later. I think we're good for now, though. Engineer, conductor. We'll take you. Analyst, we do not need. We're good with our office staff. Have I upgraded the pig farm? I can't remember, to be fair. No, I have not. Right, let's upgrade that. And again, get them demanding as many pigs as possible. We'll upgrade this as well, as we need to get those demanding wood. Wood's going to come into this bottom station, and there's our connection heading out to EVGA, if that's how that's pronounced. No, you need to set it up first with track. There I am, again, trying to build things with my mind. That's not how that works. What do we want here? Just a normal? No, let's go with the large one, because a lot of our cities are going to be using this wood. So, as long as we can get it in that valley. The other side is going to be a maintenance station. In fact, we might need one midway. Depends. Maybe. It could act as a... what do you call them? Supply tower, couldn't it? As long as we can find a nice place for it to sit. That looks pleasant. You get in there. And that way, we can head off one way here. And into there. And the other one can bypass. And head straight to the city. And we can do something similar going this way to EVGA. Let's do it. Let's add another maintenance station somewhere here. Remember, we're using these as supply towers. I have to remind myself that as well. I'm like, why are you putting so many in? Yes, come on, Grand. It's your new plan. You can't forget. Right, that can go in there. We can go via that as well. I love that it's 0%. That makes me happy. I've left the bottom free, but I don't know why. It just depends. How are we going to connect up here? I think we're going to have to run north to south. That sounds like an idea. Otherwise, we're going to be doing some weird shenanigans with a cliffside, hillside. Yeah, so we're going to have to go this way and make a little bit of a turn to head south / east and west as well. But we'll get that hooked up and get them in. Even it makes it just a cutting. That's absolutely fine. We'll get them in there. I love that it's 0%. We are spending more on the track, but we're going to take advantage of tracks being extremely flat out here where it's very much needed. Right, then you can go in there and there, get it all signaled up nice and quickly. There and there. Right, and then we can connect up to, yeah. We'll just connect the... Ooh, is there anything we want to bring down? Milk? Well, the warehouse. Where's that going to run from? It could technically come down here, couldn't it? Make its way in and then in. But it could go direct as well into Oslo's bottom station. Or what we could actually do is branch those in. I like that idea better. Oh, I didn't see the grade there. What was it? 0. Perfect. We could do something like that, I think. As long as we can just pull this to the side a little bit. Yeah, we might have to get rid of that. There we go. Will you go to the side, out the way? 0% and 1%. I'll take it. That's where it splits off, and then we have access to 2 different stations from that maintenance yard. I think that'll do us fine. Get those signalled up and in. It's all happening very quickly now, isn't it? Look at all that connecting we're doing. Oh, the lag. I tell you why it's laggy. It's all the pathfinding they're doing, I would imagine. Because this is a huge map. I don't think there's oh yes, we're going to need one there, aren't we? We are going to have the direct through track as well, the bypass. And that's going to go in there. Just hug round like that. There we go. A little bit of a cut in. I love it. We just squeeze round the back of the logging camp. And that should be fine. That gives us our express line to avoid the logging camp. Now then, we can get a train running. Do we own this? We do. Let's upgrade it to make sure we've got enough logs, because they're going to need a lot from the beginning. This is going to make us money up here, isn't it? I'm trying to do this fairly quickly because the winter is going to cripple us just here. We're going to head into there, I think, with freight, and then head into the other station with our express line or mixed goods line. Do we want an engineer on? Sure, why not? Conductor, we do not. We will need one shortly. They're on the rise here, and they will need wood. Wood's one of the very basic items that they require. So we can get that running as well, straight into there and get those growing. Although I don't think these guys are part of Norway, but it would still be useful, wouldn't it? We could get them building several things that they can take to Oslo to help them grow. 300,000. It's going to be tough, but we've got plenty of time. I want this to be freight, don't I? Yeah. There we go. Get you on and get you running. Right, let's get our passenger line running. You see, Oslo did not need crisp bread. They have it here, and they have it here as well. So I think they do. They have it as well? Possibly. Yes. Where are we going? We're going up to Oslo 2, which means they'll go bypass and then stick to the outside line, which they are doing. Automatic is what we want. And get a class 3B on, and you can have a conductor. Let's get one running the opposite direction from Oslo 2 into EVGA. It probably would have been better for a different... No, we have got the station round the right way. Ignore me. I did it right. There we go. And you can have a conductor as well. Look at all that. That is a lot of sausage. We've almost connected down this end as well. We're going to make these grow as we wait for these to grow up here. But this is being connected quite quickly, isn't it? Now then, should we get this built? I would like to buy that because I don't think many people are using it. Yeah. Nice and cheap. We'll get a little small, I think, warehouse up here because it's just going to combine 3 items, which is what a small warehouse carries or holds. Have I clicked warehouse? You have. So if we get that in there, that should hopefully... Oh dear, the lag. I like that it's made a bit of a cut in there. That's lovely, isn't it? Like a bit of terraforming going on. Construct the maintenance business. Why not? We should charge, shouldn't we? Right, grain is 1, which is already connected. The other one will be milk. And what was the other one? Fruit? I think it's fruit, yeah. We'll just connect Valspar to whoever's going to be using it. What am I looking for? Fruit, man. It's right there. Right, max those out. Close that. Now what we can do is bring those in. I might go with a small train station just in case I decide to... not small, a small signal controlled station. Just in case we decide to have some running direct. As I'm not entirely convinced these are just going to be running to the warehouse alone. Right, get it running along the contours there. So we'll have these running on the north side. We will need a supply tower on here. I would like to get this hooked up immediately. Let's do the signals first though. Then we can figure out where we want the supply tower. You can't put them under tunnels, so we'll just have it there. There we go. We can get that delivering immediately. Get another maintenance yard on there, and then we'll have to end it, guys. But boy, have we got a lot hooked up. That's what I'm saying. We have, haven't we? We've got quite a lot done. I mean, we've lost some of the connections. Oh, I don't want speed. No. That's a bit of a waste on a short journey like that. Conductor's not going to help. What was the other thing we had? Another station master who does the same and makes people grumpy. You do not get a job. There we go. The milk's going to start filling up. What do we have this on? Might as well upgrade it 1. And fruit I'm not going to hook up just yet, but we'll leave that outside line free. We are going to quickly install a maintenance yard roughly at the same distance as the fruit farm there. There we go. Orchards, perhaps. That can go in like that. And like that. There we go. Lovely. Do we just want to run this up? What do we want this as? Another maintenance yard. Just here. It looks like the perfect place for it, as long as I can get it pretty smooth. There we go, that should do. And then this can run in like that. And like that. And we could even, if we wanted to go direct with fruit, head off this way as well. Oh yeah, there's a bridge there, isn't there? Like, that should do it. Oh, bit too high. There we go. Can we get that running nice and smooth? Perfect. Get that in like so. Gives us plenty of options then. It seems to be working for our southern cities, so I'm going to kind of stick with it. Although not quite as complicated as the ones down south. Yeah, we're going to try and keep these as simple as possible. And we might not always use all the tracks either. Right, that's that connected. No, you're not done, have you? No, you need some signals up here. There we go. Otherwise, there'll be a long wait for the many trains that are going to be doing this. Where are we heading for this one? Down here and possibly into there? I feel like direct is maybe more beneficial for us. Right, quick, get this in. You've been going for hours. Right, there will do. Get you in there. What we might do then is just branch off here somehow. Can we go something like that? Would it be... Oh, that's lovely. Yeah, we'll go like that. Get that in. And we'll branch into there. Well, that's not too bad, is it? I kind of like that. We'll go on this side and then up into there. Bit of a climb. I mean, it's going to happen though, right? It does give us a direct connection here, should we need it. We're not going to do it yet, though. So I'd like to get these running. There we go, that and that. Can we get the signal sorted? I think we're okay, pretty much. Yeah, I think that'll do us. Perfect. There we go. Guys, we're in. We have a connection there. We've got the signals all in. Let's quickly do that then. To finish the episode from there to there. Get those growing immediately. And we're going to need one more, aren't we? From there to there. Not automatic. Freight only. And we're good. We're in. What a start. Sure. I am actually going to put you on. I'll find us a cab ride. Sort of a cab ride. A train ride. Probably on one of these. Alright guys, we're on board our freight train from the warehouse all the way to Oslo. Through this lovely tunnel. Is this the first tunnel we've been in? I think so. It's quite nice, isn't it? Yep, it's August, which means it's going to be winter here soon, which will give us a little breather, I guess. It'd be pointless setting up anything too drastic during the winter months, as nothing will move. So we could go down and maybe tidy up some things and check on the southern section, make sure everything's running. This is a bit steep. This is a roller coaster, quite literally. You can see what it does. It doesn't keep the junction straight. It will put it on slopes and all sorts. We don't mind though, do we? I don't think the game overly cares either. So when floating steps just didn't matter. Anyway, guys, that was fun. We got it going. Let's see if we can't get Norway up to 300,000 total population and make good progress and see what's ahead next. I think we're going to spend a few episodes here, as it does take a while to get things moving, but we'll try and do it in record time. And until then, take care.